7 from Houston tonight. Yes, sir. Jessica, you were right. You called it. You said it was going to be a series.
We gotta go 7.
Right? Tua back at Alabama's practice and a live report from Boston with Stephen A. SportsCenter on ESPN and the app.
Soto home runs the inning from Eaton and for Soto. Turner was on the bag, and they called him out for being in fair territory.
And Davey Martinez has been ejected from Game 6 of the World Series.
Anthony Rendon, what a game he's having. He has driven in 5 runs in the game. They have forced a Game 7 of the 115th World Series.
Who says home field matters? The Nats on the brink of elimination, but even the series, thanks to Steven Strasburg. On that note, we welcome in Jessica Mandoza. Always good to have you here with us. Excited for tonight?
Game 7. Are you kidding me? Well, come on, this is what the sport needs. It's what you want.
Of course, 100%.
I didn't even know they played the World Series if the Yankees got eliminated until like last night.
Yeah.
What a game.
But I want to start with that controversial Turner play in the 7th inning.
Hello, Stephen A. Smith.
Hey.
I have to bow down to the queen, Jessica Mendoza. I thought the Astros was going to take them last night. I thought with Verlander on the hill, I thought he was going to get his first World Series win. I said, yo, it's a wrap.
And
you were right, Jessica. You were right, Jessica. You were right. I got to give it to you.
This one had the feel of a Game 7 type series.
Well, it had the feel, and honestly, Steven Strasburg just needs the love. I mean, you think about the 4 pitchers that get all the attention. I mean, it is Garrett Cole, it is Justin Verlander, it is Max Scherzer before Steven Strasburg's name is even mentioned. He's been the best pitcher.
None of those pitchers were as highly touted, including Verlander, as a young pro as Strasburg. Strasburg's one of the most highly touted young pros who ever lived, and now he's living up to it.
Finally, and this has been a path for him. I mean, go back to 2012. I mean, this guy did not even pitch in the postseason. He was seen as kind of soft, and everything about him, the narrative. His own teammates, though, have said they have never even seen him like this with the mentality, just that 5th inning alone, the at-bat against Jose Altuve, 3 straight pitches, changeup, curveball. There was a look in his eye, and it was special. That, to me, was the series, that inning right there.
All right, but I want to talk about the 7th inning, the controversial play with Turner. What was your thoughts on that? Yeah, just a little something.
I felt like the call was wrong, but the rule ultimately is wrong. It's the most vague rule, and there's some vague ones. I mean, this book is thick when it's the rule book, but what else is Trey Turner supposed to do? And this is the whole idea and concept. When you have a base path that he's supposed to run in, a running lane that's in foul territory, where's the base? Where's the batter's box? Where is point A to point B? It is going to be exactly what Turner did. In no way was he intentionally trying to be in that path. And I ask you this, if Brad Peacock doesn't throw that ball away, is anyone calling Trey Turner out?
This was absurd because even if he was running halfway to the bag on the inside of the line, which you're not supposed to do, although as a right-handed hitter, they always do, even if he's doing that, as long as you make a real attempt to hit the bag at the end, it doesn't matter if you're on that side of the line, which he did. So they're really enforcing a rule that had no effect on the play because, 5 steps earlier he was on the wrong side. It had nothing to do with the play, nothing to do with the throw. He'd have beaten the throw anyway. He didn't intentionally interfere. What a bad call, Jessica. In a World Series game?
In this moment, this felt like the series. I mean, we all know people that woke up the next morning didn't see this. They know the Nats won, so they're thinking, okay, controversial. No. In that moment, there's a reason why Chip Hale is holding back Davey Martinez. Trey Turner in that dugout, I mean, there were F-bombs flying left and right. They had to mute almost everything coming out of their mouth because in that moment, you felt like the World Series was over because of that call. That's how bad it was.
Stephen A.
Well, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I can appreciate y'all getting in depth about that particular play. But I don't care anymore. It's over. They still lost 7-2. And there's a Game 7 going on. And I want to know, Jessica Mendoza, you got Max Scherzer with the neck spasms. He's expected to pitch in Game 7. Greinke is going to be on the hill. I was hoping it would be Garrett Cole, even though it would have been on short rest. But I didn't give a damn because I got more faith in him than Greinke, even though Greinke showed up in Game 3. I'm asking you right now, Game 7, who you got, Jessica? Who you got and why?
Max Scherzer, do you remember this year? Him getting a black eye the day before and him coming out with his face half swollen. He couldn't even see out of it and his entire team rallied around him. There is not a tougher player in this league than Max Scherzer. The dude couldn't even get dressed 3 days ago. I will put everything on him. My only concern is what happens when Greinke comes out and now Garrett Cole comes into this game. And remember, Garrett Cole has not pitched in relief since he was a freshie at UCLA. He lost to the Anteaters of UC Irvine. That's how long it's been. So it'll be interesting. Game 7, of course, once Cole gets into this game.
Yeah, now Scherzer has
I'm still not jumping off the Astros bandwagon, Max. I'm still not jumping off Astros. I still not. I love Max Scherzer. He's one of my favorites, but I ain't jumping on. And I love Soto too, but I'm not jumping off the Astros.
We may not even be in a Game 7 if Scherzer wasn't hurt in his last start. Jessica, I agree with you. This has the Astros are one of the best teams ever assembled on paper. The Nationals have like a feeling of a team of destiny, but when you say that, it's like everyone involved, including the pitching coach, who told Strasburg, you're tipping your pitches early. And Strasburg was able to correct it and almost go all the way after that without allowing any more runs. Like, when people say team of destiny, isn't that what we're really talking about? It's a full 25-man roster, plus the coaches. They're all paying attention.
Absolutely. And honestly, in all of this, when you talk about destiny, why would a home team win at this point? I mean, I come at you, Stephen A., just more because not even Scherzer, but it just has all the feels of like this thing has gone against everything that the World Series has been. Home field advantage. I mean, you hear that place in Houston. It is rocking. You heard it in D.C. That place is going off. It doesn't matter. These guys on the field, when they're the road team, they find a way to silence the crowd. I don't think it stops tonight.
Road team has won all 6 games. That has never happened at any
This
major
is my
sport.
belief.
It's unreal.
Well, for the Nats to win, a road team would have to win every single game, which is why I feel like they will.
Yes, right? And no team has ever won the World Series without ever winning a home game. I mean, this is all the it's never happened, it's never happened. So it's got to happen.
This is my belief right here. This is my belief. Not that it matters since I was wrong about Game 6, but I'll tell you this. I believe the only way the Nationals win Game 7 tonight is if Scherzer pitches a complete game. If it has to go to anybody else's hands,
wow,
it's a wrap. That's what I believe.
Anibal Sanchez coming out at the bullpen. I mean, shoot, you could even have Strasburg somehow getting in there for an inning.
Jessica, you just finished saying
against the lefties.
You just finished talking about Garrett Cole coming out in relief, and he hasn't been in relief since he's in college. So excuse me, if you got to worry about him being in relief, I can worry about Sanchez and Corbin and those boys being in relief. I'm saying no. Scherzer has to do it for them. Otherwise, Houston wins.
Game 7 of the World Series. I don't care if you pitched yesterday. All hands on deck today. What do you think of Bregman carrying the bat down all the way down the first baseline and then afterward apologizing, say it's not the way he was raised in the game, etc. But nevertheless, he did it.
The only thing I'm mad about is that he apologized. I mean, Alex Bregman, you be you. And anyone that knows Alex Bregman, this is who he is. I mean, he is a guy that throws up the 4 after he hit the home run before that saying you should have walked me. I mean, the guy does not lack confidence. I think the only thing they need to work on maybe is the handoff at first base.
I've never seen a bat carried that far, ever. I've been watching baseball for 40, I'm 46 since I was like 3 years old. I've never seen a bat carried that far.
It's because it's never happened, but I don't know if you got the memo. It was bring your bat to first day because Juan Soto followed it only a few innings later. I mean, it felt like the entire vibe
and
of
you
the
brought
game.
yours to get up. I saw you on
I brought my bat.
So you were just keeping with it.
I got the memo.
Yeah, of course. I know we talked about the pitching, but who else do you think could be an X factor tonight?
You know, I think it is the pitching. I look at the offense and all the different guys that have been a part of this team, and we've seen every possible offensive tool come forward, from the sacrifice bunting to Anthony Rendon doing the chop it to get through the infield. I hate to say it, but it is all on the pitchers. I mean, we've got Scherzer. We don't know what we're going to get. And I say the other factor on the other side is Cole. It's not Greinke.
One thing is to get through that Astros lineup. Everyone puts the ball in play. Everyone hits for power. They all seem to be the last guy you'd want to see up in the clutch if you're the other team. That's a tough thing to beat the Astros in home.
Right. So Stephen A., you're taking Houston, and Max, you're sticking with the team of destiny, the
I'm
Nationals?
going down with the ship.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm going with Jessica on this team of destiny thing. I'm so like the Nationals. I want to see it happen because it'd be amazing. All the road, but it's like a 50-50. Talk about walking. I'm going the Nats. I'm going the Nats.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, Jessica, we'll see you tomorrow. You can bring your bet on this desk too if you want.
Okay.
Don't
All
worry.
right. I'll bring it.
All right.
With
Some
these
of
guys?
the NFL's, yes, they can handle it. The NFL's big names on the trade block aren't going anywhere. So which team blew their chance at getting better? The answer coming up. This is the best time of the year in sports. But all of them have.